Hi, welcome to this course. This is Muhammad Yaqub. I am the founder of Scratch. In this project, we are going to learn about AI-based fitness tracking and counting system. We all know that when we are doing a fitness exercise, we all need some kind of companion with us to count and verify whether we are going in the right way or not. So to replace the human, we are coming with a AI-based fitness tracking and counting system. It will analyze what are the different activity we are doing. For example, how many push-ups we did, how many chest fly we did. So we have considered 4 activities, and then that the camera, that AI system will understand what are the activity we are doing and then how many count we did. So using the camera, we can able to identify what are the different kind of fitness activity we did and then what is the count of it. So everything we can able to identify with the help of AI. So we are using MediaPipe library to detect the skeleton joints of human body, and then we'll be writing logics about it, and then we can able to identify 4 different fitness activity, and also we can able to identify the count of it. So in this we are going to use Tkinter graphical user interface to upload the video and then to see the all kind of results in real time.
We are going to use the Python programming language to implement our entire project. For that, we need to install a Python IDE. We are going to use only a specific version of Python for implementing our entire project. For that, we need to install Python 3.12. And if you have already installed any other version of Python on your machine, then it must be uninstalled from your machine. So let's see how to install Python on your machine. First, you need to go to Google and type in Python 3.12 py release. Then scroll down. Select the Windows installer 64-bit. Then simply click to run it. Then select Add Python to Path. Then click Install. Now Python is successfully set up on my machine. Then close it. Now we can go and check the Python version using CMD. py-hyphen version. On my system, the Python version is 3.120. Now we can go ahead and implement our project. Before implementing and executing any part of our project, first we need to install VS Code on your machine. And if you already installed VS Code on your machine, then that's perfectly fine. This guide is for those who have not yet installed VS Code on their machine. Let's go through it step by step. VS Code is a platform that makes it easy to build applications. To install VS Code on your machine, first you need to go to Google and type VS Code. Then press Enter. Select Visual Studio Code from the results. Then click on Download for Windows 10 and 11. Now the download has started. We need to wait a few seconds for the download to complete. Now VS Code has been successfully installed on my machine. Then I go to the folder. Then right click on the file to install. Next, accept the agreement and click Next. Next. Yes. Next. Next one. Install. We need to wait a few seconds for the installer. Now VS Code has been successfully installed on my machine. Then click Finish. Now we can go and check the version of VS Code using CMD. Then type CMD here. Type code version. The VS Code version is 1.953. And now we can implement the project step by step. I'm going to give a small information about the project. The project name is fitness tracking, which we can call pose estimation. And this application will be helpful for a gym owner. We are going to predict and count chest fly dumbbell, push-up and squat. These are the main classes that we are going to track and count for each input video. The technologies we are going to use in this project include MediaPipe and Tkinter. MediaPipe is used for extracting body landmarks, which includes up to 33 landmarks, and Tkinter is used for the graphical user interface to provide input and display output in the Tkinter window. This is a brief overview of the project. Let's dive into the project code explanation as well as how to execute the code. First, we need to know where it is located. Open the fitness tracking project folder, then replace it with CMD. First, we need to remove it, then replace it with CMD, and then type code space dot here. Then it will redirect you to VS Code. Now, the project folder is open in VS Code and we have 4 input videos: chest fly rep, dumbbell, push-up and squat, as well as the model inference code, fitness, tracking, final PY and requirements, TXTs. This is a necessary library which will be easy to install. First, I am going to explain the code of the project. Then I'll show you how to run the code completely with the 4 input videos. First, we need to import the necessary library for implementing the project. The packages are CV2, which is a computer vision library. OpenCV in this library will be helpful for image processing as well as image handling. Then MediaPipe, it is a Python library developed by Google, which allows us to extract pose landmarks using MediaPipe. Then Tkinter is used for the graphical user interface, and NumPy will be used to handle arrays of data. Next, import Tkinter, then field dialog, message box, then import TTK from Tkinter, and thread will be used for multiprocessing tasks, then time, and then pillow, which is a computer vision library used for image processing as well as image handling. Sys is a basic Python library that allows us to perform some basic Python operations such as exiting from the Tkinter window and stopping the execution. These are the intended uses for the sys library. Then initialize some of the important modules from MediaPipe. The module is called poses, which is used to detect poses from the human body. Then there's draw, utils, which is used to draw the extracted landmarks on the human body. And then MP pose, which is used to detect points with some important parameters. The parameters are: static image mode is set to false and the minimum confidence score for a point is 0.5. If it is higher than that, then we can accept that point. If it is below the minimum detection confidence score, then we don't want to accept that point as it is not exactly at the correct position. Then the minimum tracking confidence score is 0.5. We will take that point if the value is greater than 0.5. If it is below 0.5, then we will not take that particular data, which refers to the x and y coordinates of the point. These are the important parameters for pose estimation using MediaPipe. This is the calculate angle function, which is used to obtain the angle formed by 3 specific points in the data. The points are A, B and C, which represent the right shoulder, right elbow and right wrist respectively. This is similar for the left shoulder, left elbow and left wrist. For this function, we need to provide 3 points: the right shoulder, right elbow and right wrist. Next, these points are converted into NumPy array format, with A equal to NP array. Then it will be converted into NumPy array format. Next, calculate the distance between these points. Cone refers to the y-axis and C0 refers to the x-axis. Then convert this distance value into an angle using radians, multiplying by 180 and dividing by NPP. We already know that pi is 22 divided by 7. Using this formula, we can obtain the angle formed by these 3 points. We will check if the angle exceeds 180 degrees, then store the value as 360 degrees minus the angle. Finally, return the angle of these points. Count reps is a function which is used to get the count of dumbbell rep. We need to give some important arguments such as angle. Already we have calculated angle of these points. Then rep count is initially 0. Then once the condition is satisfied, then increase the count. Then state is either up or down. Threshold down is 160 degree. This is actually 180 degree. If it is completely down, then the threshold is below the 160. Then we can take it that it's down, which is similar to up. If this is the 90 degree, then we have this elbow, then we can get it up. That's why we said threshold is 70 degree. Tolerance, which is easier to detect some false state. Tolerance, which is easier to prevent false state due to small fluctuation of this angle. The first condition is if condition. If the angle is threshold down, then state is down, then current state is. Second condition is elif condition. If the angle is below threshold, up plus tolerance. If the state is down, then increase rep count is 1, then update the state is up count. Then finally return rep count and the current state of the point. The entire class is count, which is based on only angle of these, either 2 points or 3 points. Count push-ups based on elbow angles. It is a function which is used to calculate push-ups of the person. We need to give some important arguments to this function. The arguments are left elbow angle, right elbow angle, then rep count is initially 0. If you starts with video, new video only, then state is initial, state is down, and then threshold down is 100 and threshold up is 160 degree. Already we know threshold down and then threshold up. This is for hand elbow, this is for hand elbow, and then threshold down below the left elbow angle, then we can take it state is down. If the current state is up, which is similar to threshold up, is more than left elbow angle, then we can take it state up. If the current state is only down, then increase count of rep count, then finally return rep count as well as state of this function. Count squats. It is a function which is used to calculate squats of the person in a particular frame. We need to give some arguments such as knee angle, rep count, state, and then threshold is 90 and then up threshold is 160, which is 180 degree. If the person is stand, that is 180 degree. If the person is squat, then the angle is decreased below the 90 degree, then we can take it state is down, then increase the count. This is the simple logic for count squats. If the threshold is below the knee angle, then we can take it stay down if the current state is. If condition is knee angle is more than the threshold up, which is 180 degree, then if it is the current state is down, then increase rep count, then state is up. Then finally return rep count as well as state of this function. Calculate horizontal distance. It is a function which is used to get some accurate count of chest fly rep. What is the minimum distance between these 2 points? The points name are right wrist and left wrist. What is the minimum distance between these points? From this calculation, we can able to get what is the minimum distance between these points. We need to give 2 arguments in this function. The arguments are left wrist and right wrist. Then right wrist minus left wrist f0, which means xy point, b means xy point, then we are taking only xy axis of the point. Then take absolute value of this distance. We are going to get a count of chest fly rep with the help of Kalman filter technique. Kalman filter, it is a technique especially used for computer vision task that provides estimates of unknown variable over time, especially which is used to predict. Next state with the help of previous state of the points. Kalman filter, it is a class. Then define a constructor which is used to access a variable inside the function. We have defined some of the important variable, that is state, position or velocity of these particular points. Then we randomly set this matrix 0 and 0. Then np dot a is to covariance matrix. Then take randomly value in the range of 0 to 2, then multiply with 1000. Then F transition matrix, then there is a 2 cross 2 matrix, then H measurement matrix, then NP array 3 0, 1, 2, then noise covariance, that is R variable, that is 5. Then we define a 2 cross 2 matrix process noise covariance, then self B control matrix. Then some of the important parameters possible to predict, which is used to find the next state of current point of the data. Then there is a NP dot which is used to multiply, then multiply with some of the data self, F self, P and then self F, T and self Q. Then there is a function which is to update your next state with the help of previous state of the data. Then minus is that minus NP with the help of self H self state and then find SK self state, then self P. Then this is a function which is used to get state of this particular input data. Then there is a function which is to calculate count of chest fly rep. We need to give some important arguments to this function. Distance between this right arrest and left arrest, and rep count and state of this current frame, and then Kalman filter class min threshold is 100, then max threshold is 250, tolerance is 20 and the post close buffer 10. Then you should call the predict function with the valuable help of the Kalman filter object. Following this, you will then update the distance for the purpose of parsing the data to the update function. Subsequently, you will then proceed to obtain the current state of these specific points. Then first one is if condition, status initially close. Then if the distance is more than the max threshold and minus tolerance, then that is open, which means this is open. And when state is open, then S, smooth distance is below the min threshold, that is closer one. Smooth distance, then only once it is completely closed, then increase the count. That is rep count plus 1, then finally return rep count as well as state. This function which is used to calculate the chest fly rep with the help of Kalman filter technique Open log window is a function used to display text in another Tkinter window, specifically to show the count of particular classes. Then log window is a global variable that we initially defined in the function below. There is also a log text widget. Initially, log window is set to none and is not a top level window. Next, set the TK top level window. Set the log window title to log window. This is another Tkinter window named log window, and its size is 600 by 400. Then TK text is used to display text in the Tkinter window with word wrapping enabled, the font set to elliptica and the font size set to 10. Then which is set to back, meaning it will be displayed. Log text widget. Then there is log message, which is used to continuously update the text. Log message is a function used to display text in the Tkinter window. Then log text, which only contains the current data, and if this condition is met, it will be satisfied. If this condition is not satisfied, then this particular message will not be processed. Then log text is used to update the text here in the Tkinter window continuously with the help of the update log widget. Next, insert the message into the log text widget and then save the data. Initialize some important variables for counting classes. The chestfly rep count is initially set to 0 and the chestfly state is initially closed. This is a Kalman filter class, and then we create an object for it. The objective is the Kalman filter. The left rep count is 0, the right rep count is 0, the push-up rep count is 0, and the squat rep count is 0. The left state is initially down and the right state is also initially down. The push-up state is initially up and squat up is initially log text widget is initially set to none. Log window is none, stop tracking is initially false, and the video path is initially none. The program execution which it starts from this function, the function name is store tracking. We need to give canvas and info label, two variable to this function, and then access a local variable inside this function with the help of global variable stop tracking, video path, chest flying. Then initially video path is none. Once a user is given input video file, then video path is all allocated to video path. If it is not given video file which will be empty, then we cannot able to process inference. For that only we are checking the input video path is not none, and then show some message in taken window. Please select a video file first, then CV2 video capture. It is a function which is used to give input video file, then get a frame from this function in the cap variable. Then log message tracking started, then which is used to access a class name while not stop tracking, which means it's initially false. It exhibits until the frame is empty. Then read a frame one by one, then store into frame variable that is either true or false. If the frame is none, then it is true. If the frame is empty, then it is false. Then stop the program execution, end of video, or error reading the frame. Then stop the execution B using break condition. Then we define it, display width, display height as 800, 450, which is just to display a frame in taken window. Then resize the frame into our accurate size, which is 800 and 450. Then flip the frame, then get frame, shape, height, width on the channel of this frame. Then convert frame into BGR. Initially, when we get this frame from capture data, we can call it BGR. If you want to work with Python, you need to convert RGB, red, green, blue. Then these frames passed into MediaPipe post-process. Then we can get points of 32 body pose landmarks. Check whether the points are exist in the results variable. If the point is only there, then only we are going to take points from this variable. Then this is a function which is used to draw a landmarks in your frame for the person. We need to give frame and then results, pose, landmarks, and then pose connection, that is a wrist point, and then this is elbow point, and this is shoulder point, which is used to connect. Then first condition, which is user to draw a point, landmark point. Then the color is green and MP. Draw, drawing, spec, which is used to draw a line between 2 points, and then thickness is 2 and then color is blue. Circle radius is 2, and then store result pose landmarks into landmark variable. Then get the value of left arm key points from MP pose landmark, left shoulder value x axis and y axis. Then multiply with hand height, left elbow point, left wrist point. Then right arm key points, get these points from MP pose landmark right shoulder dot value x axis, which is similar to right elbow and right wrist. Then left key points for squats, MP pose landmark, left hip dot value x axis, which is similar to right type, left knee, x axis and ankle, x axis and y axis. Then key point for chest fly count, wrist point, this is left wrist points, and then this one is right wrist points. Then all the points is passed into the specific function to calculate count of chest fly, rep count, double count, push up count and squat count. First function is calculate original distance func. So then this is a function which is to get chest fly distance, then count chest fly reps, then count of chest fly and the chest fly state. Then this is a function which is to calculate left shoulder, left elbow and the left wrist, which is similar to right elbow, then left knee angle. We need to give 3 arguments. The arguments are left hip, left knee, left ankle, then left shoulder angle, right shoulder angle. Then get the count of each dumbbell count reps function, left elbow angle, left rep count and left rep state. And then this is a function which is to get push-ups count. We need to give some arguments such as left elbow angle, left elbow, right elbow angle, push-up rep count, push state. Then this is a function which is to calculate squat of the person. We need to give left knee angle, squat rep count, squat state. Save into put text. It is a function which is used to display a text in OpenCV window for specific classes with the help of select fitness kit option. If the first condition is satisfied, which is dumbbell count, then display a dumbbell lift reps count as well as right reps count. Then if it is satisfied to push rep count from select fitness option, then display here push reps count. Then third condition is squat rep count, then display a count of squat rep count. Then finally chest fly rep count. Then Font name is font Archisimplex, and then font size is color, then font thickness. If there is condition is not I satisfied, then display here text in invalid fitness is selected. Then convert frame into BGR to RGB. Then canvas, which is just to update here, frame and open save window. Then finally stop the execution with the help of pressing Q. Then release finally all the process frame. Then destroy all windows. Then finally display here text in taken air window as tracking stopped. Load video file is a function used to obtain the input video file path from the user. We initially set it to false and access the video path using a global variable. Then we store the video file path in the video path variable. The allowed file formats are .mp4 and .av. If the file path exists, then the video path is successfully selected and displayed. The video path is then shown in the Tkinter window and the tracking process is stopped. This is a function used to stop the execution of the current program, and the stop tracking variable is initially set to false. Once this condition is met, stop tracking is updated to true. Then a text message is displayed in the Tkinter window. Tracking stopped by user. Stop monitoring. If the user wants to stop the execution of the current program, they can do so using the stop button. Initially, stop tracking is set to false. Once the user presses stop, stop tracking becomes true and the program quits. Update canvas is used to refresh the current frame in the Tkinter window with the help of the update canvas function. Next, we define Tkinter as root and set fitness tracking as the title. Then the Tkinter window size is set to 900 by 700. Next, the configuration for a turquoise background style is defined. Then the style configuration is set to Helvetica 12 bold with the foreground on the background and padding of 5. After that, style.map is used, and then the button's active state is set with this color. A string variable is used to select a fitness option from the drop down menu. Then a label is set as human fitness tracking and accounting system. Next, the video canvas is created. Then the info label is set to Helvetica 12 and the button has a background color with padding of 10. This is the button for choosing a video file. The user needs to select an input video file. Then the load video function is called, and this is the drop down option. The options are double count, push up rep count, squat rep count, chest fly rep count, and finally back under current. Once the user has selected a video file, tracking can be started. If the user wants to stop tracking, they can use the stop tracking function and then view logs, which displays information such as the count for each specific class. Then the user can exit this task using the exit button, and finally root. Main loop is called since Tkinter runs continuously. This concludes the explanation of Tkinter. Next, I am going to show how to execute the code. First, we need to open the terminal, a new terminal. Now the terminal is opening. We need to wait a few seconds for the terminal to open. Once the terminal is open, we need to install the requirements. TXT, which is the MediaPipe library. If you have already installed the MediaPipe library, then that's fine, no problem. If MediaPipe is not installed on your system, we need to install it first. Now the terminal has successfully opened. Type here pip install r requirements txt, then press enter. Now MediaPipe is currently installing. Now it is successfully installed on my system. Next, I'm going to check the version of MediaPipe. In Python, import MediaPipe. Then type here MediaPipe version. Next, I'm going to check the version of MediaPipe. In Python, import MediaPipe. You are currently viewing the version information for MediaPipe. This information lets you know exactly which version of the MediaPipe library you are using. The MediaPipe version is 0.118. Finally, I'm going to execute fitness tracking final, pipe file. First, we need to get this file path, copy relative path. Before that, we need to close this terminal. Control Z, then enter IPMPY, then paste here, then enter. The execution has started successfully. Then I'm going to set full screen. First, I'm going to choose a video file. Chest fly rep count. First, I'm going to choose this video file. Then I'm going to, okay. Then I'm going to set here chest fly rep count. Then I'm going to give start tracking. First count is 1. Second count is 2. Third count is 3 now. Fourth count is 4. Then finally fifth count. This is the end of the video. Next, I'm going to proceed to exit this application. Next, I'm going to give another set of input video. For that, first we need to execute py, fitness tracking, final py. Then I'm going to set full screen, then choose video file, dumbbell rep count. Then choose video file, then open, then give OK. Then we need to select dumbbell count, then start tracking. The left count is 1 and the right count is 1. The current left repetition count is precisely 2 and the current right repetition count is also exactly 2. The current left repetitions count is 3 and the right repetitions count is also 3. Now the count is, rep count is 6, right? Reps count is 6. Now it is 7 left reps, right reps count is 7. The total left reps count is 10 and right rep count is 9. Then I'm going to stop the execution, exit. Then I'm going to run again. Now I set full screen. I'm going to choose a video file, push-ups, MP4 video file, then open, then select OK. Then you will select here and then push up, and then you can start tracking. 1, now it is exactly 2. Now it is 3. Now it is 4. They have done push up as 4. Then I'm going to stop the execution, exit, and I'm going to run again. Set full screen, then choose video file. First perform a squat repetition, then OK. Then carefully select the squat repetition option and then proceed to start the tracking process. The count is 1. Count is 2. Count is 3. This is the end of the frame. They have done squats 4, 3. Then I'm going to exit. I hope you understand everything in my way, code explanation of the project and how to execute the code. Suppose if you have any doubts regarding the project or execution, put your thoughts in the comment section. I'm ready to help you. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the course. The course will surely give you a solid foundation in computer vision, and then it will help you on your final year projects also, and then surely it will help on your cracking your job interviews. While implementing this project, if you face any kind of difficulty while implementing the project or while setting up an environment, or if you get any kind of doubt, you can feel free to put in the comment section. We will surely help you in as soon as possible in a better way. Thank you.